right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakadash.
Giving double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Peace and salutations to the Aki and the brethren out there on the highways and byways pushing this truth in 100% sincerity. And peace and salutations to the few and sincere sisters who believe in this gospel. It's GMS Saint Louis. Got an InTransit lesson going on. We got a particular article we're gonna go into and go into some precepts. So Lord willing, this video lesson to be edifying. So
got the article.
Come on, I got it. U.S. grocery prices climbed sharply in April, delivering the steepest year-over-year increase here earlier. Specific staples have hit especially hard. Tomatoes now cost 40% more than last spring, while coffee prices have jumped 19%. At the meat counter, overall prices climbed 9%, with ground beef being up 15%. Beef roast 18% higher, steak 16% more expensive. Fuel costs amplified by an ongoing conflict involving Iran that has disrupted shipping through the critical Strait of Hormuz, our major driver. We spoke about like this, that war going on over there in Iran, the Strait of Hormuz being closed. We told y'all that the prices of everything is going to skyrocket, man. It's going to continue to go up, man. Okay? That's why we continue to tell y'all that hyperinflation is going to come. Okay?
Right.
Agricultural goods. Suppliers have begun adding fuel surges, while drought conditions in the American West has strained cattle ranchers and global dry weather has hurt coffee production. Economists have warned that the most painful effects are still working their way through the system.
Right. So you hear that it says it's going to get worse, basically.
It's going to get worse.
The scriptures talk about, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. All right? And things are heating up. And this year already started off with a bang, and it's only going to get worse because, there is no future in this. All right?
Quick precept, because it says, economists warn that the most painful effects are still working their way through the system.
Right.
You go into the book of 2nd Ezra 16 in verse 39, and I read, I'm going to start at verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb with pains when the child cometh forth, they shall not slack a moment. Even so shall the plagues be slacking. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Okay? And hey, those pain plagues, those plagues are coming, man. Okay? Famine, death, and the sword is coming, man. Okay? Because when food gets too high to the point where people got to start rationing, when people get to rationing, it's going to cause people to get to stealing. And then when people get to stealing, people won't get to killing. Okay? That's why 2nd Ezra 15 goes into a man should not pity his neighbor because of the lack of bread, man. Okay?
I'm not showing that right now.
God, you want to go ahead and pull it, brother? Go ahead.
Which is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. It reads, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and nations shall rise against one another with swords in their hand. For there shall be no constancy with the people, and when one overpowers the other, they should not regard their kings nor their princes. Matter of fact, let me just use my phone because it's kind of worded different. There should be sedition among men and invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes. And the course of their actions shall stand their power. A man should desire to go into the city should not be able, right? Because they already making these so-called 15-minute cities. Why? Because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he's trying to monitor everybody. You know, and ultimately the end goal is to put that microchip in your skin, so you can be a part of the system, part of the matrix, like that movie Matrix. You know, but Yahweh Shai is gonna put a stop to all his plans. You know, because they already complaining. Like, I forgot the number, but it says those data centers they drink what 20-some thousand gallons of water a day. If I'm not mistaken,
3 queries on ChatGPT equals up to a gallon of water that those data centers use.
Man, it's crazy.
And then I think you said in the chat that they talking about building a data center out there in Montgomery, Missouri. We just passed through Montgomery, Missouri.
Yeah, it said that they overthrow it.
Oh, they overthrow it.
But we gonna see how that lasts.
Because hey, just like in Festus, Missouri, people voted against it. Guess what this devil said? We understand your frustration on building this data center, but we still gonna build it anyway. Okay? All these data centers are getting erected all over the United States, man. Okay? That's their way of, you know, building the infrastructure to bring about this new system here, man. Okay? And this new system here, you know, it's going to bring away the mark of the beast, man. Okay? There's a reason why they building so many data centers, man. And they getting built like crazy, man. More than ever before. Okay? You still got some more on the
It says, verse 17, a man should desire to go into the city and should not be able, but because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, so yeah, hey, the lack of bread, because it ain't gonna be no food.
energy crisis.
Right, and I believe you got the monkeypox too. You know, like all these different sicknesses and illnesses are resurfacing again. You know, and that's just another reason to lock everything down again. Because that was just a test run to get to, you know, for you people to see how y'all was gonna react. You know, from that he basically threatened the government. See, I'm going to mass shooting if y'all lock down the world again. So yeah, everybody see the agenda. Because the scripture says, well, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Right. And I looked up how many gallons of water does a data center drink. It says data center water consumption varies widely based on facility size and cooling methods, ranging from practically zero in closed loop systems to 1 to 5 million gallons per day. For large hyperscale facilities, on average, an enterprise data center consumes roughly 300 to 500,000 gallons daily. That's a lot of water, man.
I was way off. I said 20,000.
That's a lot of water, man. And guess what?
Man.
You don't use that much water in your own home, man. Okay, guess what? With them bringing these data centers into a neighborhood near you, guess what? They gonna make you pay the water bill, okay? And you gonna see your water bill go up, okay? Because this is the devil here.
Your water bill gonna go up, and you ain't even gonna be able to drink the water.
Exactly. I forgot where is that? It's a data center, but it's a guy going around basically to multiple people's houses, seeing their water is fucking brown, man. It's undrinkable. Okay? He literally, you watch the water go from clear to brown to a dark brown, man. It's going to show you that this man is making it to the point where your at-home water is not going to be drinkable no more. And the water is giving like a sulfur smell now. Okay? This man, hey, that famine, man, you think drinking water is going to be available? It's not. Okay? Continue back in this article. It says, Purdue University agriculture economists Ken Foster and Benhard Dalheimer noted that higher costs for production, processing, storage, and transportation can take 3 to 6 months to fully appear on store shelves. Prices rarely retreat quickly once they rise. Most of what we are seeing now is the food price chain probably predates the conflict. Foster, a professor of the agricultural economics, said we are cautiously waiting to see what the June numbers and May numbers might show. Economist Justin Roofers echoed the concern, framing energy as the catalyst for broader pain. The big story right now is oil. The next story is food. He said you see fuel prices rising, that's the rock hitting the pond, then the ripples. If elevated fuel prices persist, additional pressures such as high fertilizer costs, given that roughly 30% of the global supply transits the strait, could further elevate farming expenses, eventually reach consumers. One modest relief has emerged in a dairy case, eggs and 39% cheaper than a year ago, following recovery from last year's avian flu outbreak. Shoppers across the country are already feeling the strain, with further increase potentially looming in the months ahead. You see, people are feeling the strain now. And this not even June, it's not even July, August, September. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, man. Okay? These are the beginning of sorrows.
Read verse 19 again. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods.
Okay.
Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right? So yeah, that's practically the purge.
Yep.
You know? Because it said the lack of goods. So no soap, because diesel, because the brother mentioned gas as well. Diesel, that's what runs the country. You know, that's where all the agriculture and the trucks, okay, and the boats. That's how they get the goods over here.
Right.
And a lot of the goods are imported from other countries. You know, so now if those systems don't work, then how the hell we gonna get anything? Because America don't even produce like it once did.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And then the oil reserves that America is sitting on, they can't even refine those and produce our own gasoline and diesel or anything like that, because our facilities that we have, the oil refineries that we have, they're made for light oil, right?
Yeah.
And America has a lot of heavy duty or heavy oil reserves or whatever, which is like, how the fuck this is what y'all have over here, but y'all don't have the proper equipment or the proper facilities to convert, you know, the oil that you need to, you know, so that the economy continue running, whatever, right? But that just shows you how unfit that this devil is to run and rule over the earth. This motherfucker, he can't even use the resources that he has in his own, in the land that he's running, to benefit the society that he's in control of.
Yeah, that's the reason why they in other countries. Like the most recent one was Venezuela. You know, when they captured the Venezuelan president.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they wanted to take control of their oil reserve. And I did a video a while ago. Basically, Venezuela had about 17 million gallons of oil, and you know, well, worth of oil, like money wise, and the U.S. economy debt is like 35 million. So, like, but basically what they're doing is they're trying to at least take control of that so they can knock down the U.S. debt. You know, but that shit ain't gonna work, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you damn devils are greedy. You always bite out more than you can chew.
Got a quick precept. This is the book of Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. You know, like brothers was just going into, we have a very unfit ruler, okay, over Babylon the Great. You know, also it's saying in the scriptures, man, you know, children shall be their oppressors, right? And when you go into the mindset of Esau, Edom, like you said, they go into Venezuela, because all that oil over there, but like the brother was saying, they don't have enough to produce the oil over here in Babylon like they should. And everything they do is against the best interests of you Babylonians, man. No, the brother read it earlier in 2nd Ezra, man. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. You know?
And ultimately, you know, I'm going to cut you off. And ultimately, you know, because Esau, he always stretches himself thin.
God.
You know, because he wants control over everything. And on top of that, he wants to pay you crumbs while he get all the profit.
Right.
So that's another reason why they doing that as well. You know, to get the power and the money. You know, because these jobs, as far as what they paying their employers and what they're making is like a night and day difference. You know, it's literally modern day slavery.
God.
I'm gonna grab the 2nd Ezra 16, and I'll start at verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges or amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of the famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Right.
So the Lord is basically telling you people that he's about to bring these great evils upon the place, because guess what? Y'all didn't want to turn from y'all wickedness. So the Lord like, hey, you want a lawless world? I'm going to give you one.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Because the Lord then stretched out his hand unto you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, time in and time out. Okay? But you did not take heed to the warning. Now they telling you literally to your face that food prices are going to continue to skyrocket. Okay? You're going to see that getting a loaf of bread is going to be hella expensive now, man. Okay? Can you imagine that? A thing of bread costs as much as some damn tomahawk steak. Okay? And you already know the meats are going to go up too, man.
Yeah, people love their meat.
It's like you saying something, brother.
No, I was basically agreeing with his point. You got it, bro.
Yeah, and on top of that, you know, you got Bill Gates of hell talking about he want everybody to eat 3D printed meat, you know, lab grown meat, okay, eggs, you know, like what's the word? Cultured. What's the
Cultivated.
word? Yeah,
cell
cultivated meat. You know, which is basically lab grown. You know, and that's where Esau is at, because they want to get all the good food for themselves, while you just eat scraps.
Right.
You know?
Cause that's my thing. How the fuck you gonna tell everybody else, oh, y'all need to eat this lab grown meat, this fake meat, right? But then your ass is up here eating high quality, grass fed, pasture raised beef, eggs, and chicken and all this shit. And you telling us we need to, oh well, this is better for you guys. Well, why the fuck you ain't eating it? Oh well, you know, this is just, you know, okay, all right. Well, that's why you devils in the kingdom, you gonna eat fucking dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Dirt sandwiches.
Right. Mud patties.
No bread.
I had a little more verse back in 2nd Ezra 15 and 20. Behold, said the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, and from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and to repay the things that they have done unto them. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also in recompense in their bosom. Thus said the Lord, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them, and shed innocent blood upon the earth. Right. So the sinners are the Israelites. You know, so you got 2/3 of these so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're basically loving in this society.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you can do wickedness. Okay, you can be a complete, total degenerate whore. You can be a nigga and sag your pants. You can put tattoos. You can smoke. You can eat all type of abominations. Okay, you got niggas eating cats nowadays.
Bear claws.
You know, yeah, snakes. Okay.
Alligator.
Snake donut burger.
Shit, right.
Come on, man.
Which is a complete abomination.
Smoked alligator and shit.
Yeah.
And I just looked this this up here. During Germany's hyperinflation in 1923, okay? It says during the peak of 1923 hyperinflation in Germany, a loaf of bread cost as much as $47.50.
Wow.
Okay? You gotta think about that. You go pay $50, you know, that $50 hurt now. Okay? You go fill your car up, it costs $70 just to fill up a economy car now, man. Okay?
Right.
And then let alone let you have a pickup truck, man. You know, that's gonna cost you $120. Okay? So just imagine you're gonna have to decide, should I get some bread or should I put fuel in the car? Okay? That's where the economy is heading. Okay? The economy is heading to bread being down there $50, man. Okay? And that's just bread. Chicken wings gonna go up. Hey, Jake ain't gonna be able to fry chicken no more, man. Okay? Everything, hey, that pork gonna go up. Okay?
Hey,
that's gonna become a luxury.
Fine, you good. Hey, and that's good for you because you niggas don't want to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. So therefore, you don't deserve to eat.
That's right.
You know?
Brother got the Isaiah 65.
God, this is Isaiah 65 and verse 13, and it reads, therefore thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Right.
Okay? And in the lesson I did earlier, I was bringing out how Yahweh said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. But Jake show on a day-by-day basis that they do not love Yahweh or Yahweh, the words of our Lord and Savior Yahushua. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High, Yahweh. Okay? So here it is. We are the servants of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. We doing His will, which means we can walk into Jacob's trouble with confidence, knowing we ain't got to worry about no famine. You know, we ain't got to worry about gas prices rising up. Even though brothers going to be affected by certain things, we know who has our back, and it's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
That's right.
Yeah, and I can put that Job. Unless you have something.
This kind of lengthy.
Now this is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. I'm still reading the scriptures.
What was that, bro?
Job 5 and 17. Let me get it on my phone, Sluggy.
God.
It says, I'm going to read it again. Job 5 and 17. But behold, happy is the man whom the Most High corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he wounded, and his hands maketh whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, and 7 that shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Right, because it's a war. You know, we in World War III right now. Like there's troops that's over there in the eastern part of the world fighting right now as we speak. You know, and the draft is gonna be here at the end of the year. Okay. So what you think is about to get ready to happen, man? Hey, this is war drones. Cause hey, and all you YNs and you know YCs, you know, if you don't know what a YC is, it's a young cracker. You know. So hey, y'all gonna be shipped over there into the east to fight and ultimately to die, because they're gonna need those bodies over there to do it. You know, and these little young cats, they not built for that, man. And even if they do got guns, you know, like nigga, you can go home and you know, eat some food. Like hey, war is different than just doing the damn drive-by, nigga. You know, you're gonna be out there in the elements, in the hot, in the mountains, you know, in the field, like limited supplies and limited food, you know, and most of y'all can't handle that, man. You know, hey, even when you go to jail, they still feed you in jail.
God, yeah.
Keep going. It says, verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Right? So at destruction and famine, hey, we gonna laugh. You know, we gonna be praising Yahweh Bashem Yahushua because the things that we've been reading for know, some brothers longer than others. You know, it's finally happening. Okay, and that's what we've been waiting for. It says, verse 23: For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Right. So yeah, all these animals. You know, because it tell you in the book of 2 Esdras 5 that the beasts shall change their places. You know, you seeing more and more wildlife, you know, coming more into the city. Why? Because Esau is destroying their habitat. Okay? It says, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. Thou shalt know that thy seed shall be great, and thy offspring as the grass of the earth. Right? That goes to the elect man. You know, and we gonna multiply. You know, Isaiah 4:1 is happening as well. Okay, and yeah, you women out there, hey, be ready to show your man. You know, or if you married to a wicked man, hey, that nigga gonna be put to death.
So I just looked up what happens to the body during the famine. Okay, so during the famine, the human body goes into extreme survival mode, essentially consuming itself to preserve vital functions. The physiological toll involves a distinct sequence of changes, and energy reserves are depleted. The glycogen and fat stage initial response. Fuel source: the body quickly burns through its readily available carbohydrate glycogen reserve. Once gone, it switches to fat stores. Metabolism: blood sugars and insulin levels drop, leading to an initial spike in fatigue, dizziness, and low energy. Ketosis stage: prolonged deprivation. A fat reserve diminished. The liver begins converting stored fats to ketones, an emergency fuel source to keep the brain functioning. Physical toll: weight loss accelerates visibly, and body temperature drops, causing a person to feel constantly chill. So all you 300 plus, you know, 500, 600 pound people, you're gonna get that weight loss that you so dream of.
Yeah.
Okay? Because guess what? Your body gonna start eating itself. Okay? And it says
It's like, hey, and that's good, you know, because, you know, a lot of Americans, they don't know what fasting is.
Right, hey,
you know?
the Lord like all you niggas going on fast. Hey, all you chicks that didn't want to, you know, fast, the Lord gonna make you. Okay? You ain't gonna be able to eat no more bear claws, no more pork, no more crab, lobster, shrimp, you know?
Yeah, like you look at us crazy because we fasting. Oh, I gotta eat. Oh, you ain't gotta do that no more. Like, nah, nigga, you just know how to discipline to do it with your bitch ass.
And it says 3, organ and muscle breakdown. It says fuel sources: when fat stores are exhausted, the body resorts to breaking down its own proteins. This includes breaking down skeletal muscle and shrinking vital internal organs like the heart and lungs to scavenge amino acids for vital energy. Systematic failure: the heart rate slows, blood pressure fails, the digestive system struggles to function due to lack of digestive enzymes. Immune collapse and edema: immunity lacking essential protein. The immune system severely compromises, leaving the body highly vulnerable to infections like pneumonia, measles, and severe diarrhea, often ultimate death. Edema, a hallmark of prolonged starvation, is the development of nutritional edema, severe swelling where fluid pools the face, abdomen, and limbs due to lack of proteins in the bloodstream. Mental and neurological impact: brain function. Starvation profoundly impacts mood and cognition. A lack of nutrients leads to extreme lethargy, apathy, and difficulty in concentrating, often followed by extreme irritability in the final stages. Individuals may suffer from convulsions and hallucinations. Okay? So when the Lord bring that famine, okay, and you're not an elect, oh, you gonna starve to death, man. And that's way worse than getting shot, man. Okay, because guess what? Your body is eating itself at this point, man. Okay?
It's slow and painful death.
Got a precept to your point, and it's going to everything you just read. This Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken through for one of the fruits of the field. God.
See, the Lord said it himself. It's better to be slain with the sword than to be starved to death, man. Okay? Because at least, hey, when you slain by the sword, you gone. But starving to death, that is a slow, agonizing death, man.
And brother Jake gonna be hoping for a quick and unpainful death in Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
But nah, the Lord ain't gonna look. You lived it up this whole time, like, eating all these unclean foods. You didn't want to fast, so the Lord gonna force you in that day.
Yeah.
Scoffing.
You know? Yeah, kind.
Walk across the camp. And, I mean, yeah, we out here.
Yep.
And the Lord put the spirit on the elder down there in South Carolina, Elder Natazaba, to basically expose all you jakes to scoffing against the truth.
Yep.
You know, walking by saying the most wickedest shit. Shit, Edomites don't even do that, man. But you niggas sit up and, oh yeah, we need to get the Hebrew Israelites out of here. Yeah, they're teaching a false doctrine. They're teaching hate. They saying that God don't like white people. Yeah, nigga, duh.
Right.
You know, why would he don't like Edomites? Now look at what they doing to the earth.
Exactly.
You think the Most High is pleased with that?
Nope.
You know?
That's one thing about you Jakes. You know, 2/3 they bold with their wickedness.
Yeah.
They put it out there for everybody to see. Well, the Lord gonna put these judgments out there for everybody to see how you gonna jack y'all ass up, man.
Right.
Hey.
And going through a famine, man, that's gonna be gruesome, man. Okay? You gonna see a bunch of niggas walking around holding their stomach grinning and shit, man. Okay? Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be niggas all day, man.
Right. You ain't gonna have no energy to run away.
Nope.
Because you ain't ate in 4 or 5 days.
Weeks.
You know? Like, and hey, the Lord gonna allow you to run across a little bit of food just to keep you alive. You know, just to stretch out your death. So you can go through pure utter hell.
Just for a tiger to catch you and eat you, man. Okay? Because don't think these animals not gonna be hungry either, man. Shit, they gonna want to eat some human flesh, man.
Right.
Okay? Brother Gabar, y'all, you gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say, like, you know, we was talking about earlier with that Netflix series. I don't know if y'all seen it yet. Nemesis. Okay. Well, it's a series called Nemesis, and well, it's really two main characters. This dude named Isaiah, and the villain, the nigga name is Coltrane. And so the dude Coltrane, he run like this robbery crew or whatever, right? And the dude Isaiah, he a detective, and they don't nobody want to believe him that the dude Coltrane's crew is the one that's, you know, doing all of these robberies around Los Angeles and all this stuff, right? But whole time he's right. Like, he telling everybody, like, it's him. It's these niggas that's been doing all of the robberies and everything like that. But don't nobody want to believe him until, you know, getting to the end is too late. There's so much goddamn damage that been done.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody is start to see, and they starting to believe him. Whatever. It's the same thing with this truth, right? Nobody's gonna believe us until it's too late. Until too much damage has been done, until you have, you know, completely forsaken the Lord for so long.
That's right.
Now you're so far separated from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Your judgment is now solidified. Your judgment is now set in stone, and you have no cloak for your sins, because this truth is out here, man. We telling you what it is, but too many of y'all, like the brother just said, with Manat Zakba going into these TikTok scoffers. You know, y'all want to go on TikTok and tell us we're nuisance to the black community.
Right.
You know, we need to be off the streets. You know what I'm saying? We the worst thing that happened to, and all this stuff. Here it is, this devil that got you in a whole another land in captivity,
right,
and did all these egregious, ferocious things to you, right, and still is continuing to do them. But we the worst thing that can happen to the black community.
Right. Just because, for like first off, nigga, it was even illegal for our people to even be Jews.
Exactly.
You know, like during the time of Antiochus.
Man.
freely.
Eat
You
it
know,
willingly.
you might think that that's a light thing, but hey, it's the reason why you got all those health problems like this in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities, because our diets are trash.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say, is Jacob a homeborn slave?
Yeah.
You know, the Lord holds us to such a high standard, but you 2/3 don't want to live up to that.
You
know?
rather be degenerates, man.
God.
Okay. And what happens to a degenerate? They get cast away, man. Get destroyed, man. Because hey, you niggas got nothing else to live for, man. Okay? That's why the Lord finna let these plagues to come upon this place to purge you niggas out, man. Okay? Because hey, it was at one point in time where the Lord's finna destroy all of us at one time, man. But hey, the Lord this time, you know, he like, nah, I'm gonna destroy 2/3 of your people, man. Okay? And we see why. Because you niggas don't, a bunch of can't get rights, man. We get tired of seeing you niggas and seeing you bitches, you know, doing the most heinous shit, man. Twerking on top of cars, niggas being niggas, okay?
Right, driving past the camp playing music like somebody want to hear that.
Yeah. Eating squids out of Chucks or Converses, man. You know?
Them fucking mukbangs is, man.
Dude, like, man, and that's why I can't wait for the Lord to bring that famine upon y'all asses, man. Okay? Because y'all ain't gonna be able to find nothing to eat, man. Okay? You gonna try to eat grass. Guess what? The grass ain't gonna suffice you, man. Okay? But I got a quick one, because that famine, you know, when people going through that famine, man, they gonna resort to cannibalism, man. This is 2 Kings 6:24. And it came to pass, after that, the Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cap of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. See, and this is what people resorting to, man. Hey, people start eating donkey heads and bird shit, man. Okay? That's how you know it's bad, when you buying bird shit, man. Just to eat. Okay? That's sick. You know? Putting some bird shit on the damn stove, man.
Right, no, like literally, you doing that, you have no faith.
No faith.
And that's why the Lord said, when I come into the earth, shall I find faith? You know, I'm gonna get all these precepts to us since I've been
God, yeah, to your point, bro. And that was back in what, ancient times, you know? And it was that bad back then. The scriptures say that Jacob's,
No, I say, how about now?
Yeah, God. They say Jacob's trouble is gonna be a time like never before. So how much more even now? You know?
Okay. Continue on. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If Yahweh do not help thee, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the wine press? The king like, shit, the Lord ain't help you, what I'm gonna do? You know?
Right.
And it says, and the king said unto her, Well lieth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her, On the next day, give thy son, that we may eat him. And she hid her son.
Yeah.
You know?
played her.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, she wicked too, because you ate your son, bitch. You know?
And that's
so, like, you want somebody to feel sorry for you after you just killed your son, and then you boiled him and ate him? And yeah, that's what you get for doing that.
Niggas wicked, dude.
Yeah, like, no faith.
Niggas throwing salt on each other, man.
Munching,
Throw
taking
this
bites.
Mrs. Dash on you.
Yeah, do a little dash of season.
putting Landry's on the toe.
It's gonna get that bad, man.
Worcestershire sauce to marinade, man. Niggas, man, that's what we coming to, man. Okay? Niggas gonna start eating each other, man. I mean, you niggas already eat abominable foods already. How much more would you go to the extent to eat a human, man?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hey, what that dude Boosie say? Shit, I be turning pork up, you know, like come to Louisiana, we be eating all type of shit. He said, I eat pork, people, police,
Man.
you know, all that. So yeah, that's exactly what he gonna do.
in their right state of mind, man. You know?
It says, so I got one. This is Isaiah 5:1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved, touching his vineyard. My well-beloved had a vineyard and a very fruitful hill, and he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vine. Like, basically talking about the nation of Israel, right? And built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Therefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. And now, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the heads thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. And I will lay it waste, right? So the Lord is comparing you jakes, to wild grapes. You know, I had a dream a long time ago that I was talking to the apostle Tahar, and he put a bunch of juicy grapes in my hand. You know, and that was just basically telling me like, hey, I'm probably one of those good grapes. You know, Lord willing. You know, but you jakes out there, and you wild grapes, man. It's like here it is. You plant something, and you like, what the hell is this shit? This ain't what I planted. That's how the Most High. That's why you say he gonna take that hedge away, because he gonna have to take that away, and start over again, plant a new vineyard.
And look, speaking of grapes, man, this how cold the Lord is, man. Like, you niggas think you gonna be able to come across some fruit in that famine, man. Just know this: every fruit that's out there, they got a poisonous lookalike, man. Okay. A grape got a poisonous lookalike called a moon seed, okay? And it looks just like a grape, but if you eat it, shit, it puts your ass down, man, okay? And that's how cold the Lord is, man. You might think you're coming across the food. Guess what? You came across the poisonous variant of that fruit, man. That's how cold the Lord is, man. But for the Lord's service, hey, he gonna make sure we taken care of, man. Did not the Lord feed Elijah with ravens? Okay. Did not the Lord send an angel down to feed Elijah? Okay. The scriptures say with man things are impossible, but with the Lord everything is possible, man. Okay. Let's sit on that.
I had another one. Unless you have.
I got Ezekiel 14.
Bring it out.
God, this is Ezekiel 14 and verse 12. The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should be delivered by their own souls, but by their righteousness, saith the Lord Yahweh. And hey, the Lord is basically saying, like, any land that sin against me, basically, it's the people, okay? The people that sin against the Lord, okay? Because a landmass can't sin against the Lord, man, okay? It's talking about the people that dwell there, man, okay? The Lord is going to break the staff of bread, basically saying, bring a famine, man, okay? And this place, Babylon, has sinned against the Lord, man. Look what's promoted here, man, okay? You got next month, which is Rainbow Month, man. Demon Month, man. Okay? They already getting prepared already, man. Guess what, man? The price of everything will continue to go up, man. The more wicked you people get, the more the Lord bring those judgments, man. Okay? And guess what? You people gonna starve to fucking death out here, man. Okay?
Right.
Oh, you still reading?
And it says, though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord Yahweh, basically going into the elect, man. Okay? Because Lord willing, we are those men. Okay? Because the scriptures say, well, work out your salvation with fear and trembling, man. Okay? These men here are like the elect, man. Okay? They did the good works, man. They did what Yahweh Shemi Shai asked of them. Okay? And guess what? The Lord saved them. Okay?
Told before in chapter 30, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine. You see? So like the brother saying, next month you got what? Rainbow month. You know? And we know that that's a complete abomination in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But guess what? Babylon approves of this. You know? This is the land of people signed up to live it up on this side. So you gotta
come and shall you find faith on the earth, right? So we'll say you revenge your speed to do what they do. They're gonna be in strictly survival mode. It's gonna be like a, you know, all you people gonna revert back to your animalistic instinct. You know, is kill and eat. That's it. All right, and the only people that's gonna survive this is the elect. You know, sweet Jesus, he not gonna be able to save you. Allah, Buddha, the ancestors, whatever it is that you believe in, if it's not the truth, it's not gonna be able to save you.
That's right. That's right.
God.
This is book of 2nd Andrew, chapter 6, start at verse 22. And it says, suddenly shall the sowing places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall be suddenly be found empty. Okay, just going to your grocery stores. Okay, so everything is gonna be empty, man. Then you go in there and find your favorite pack of candy, man. Guess what? It's gone. Okay, bread is gonna be gone. Okay, fruit is gonna be gone. Okay, water gone, milk gone. Everything that you need and want is going to be gone, man. Okay, because hey, they already told you, fuel prices going up. These truck companies, these boats, you're not gonna be able to move like that, man. Okay, they're gonna charge the people more to be able to ship these things, man.
And not even food. It's gonna be
Clothes.
right, clothes, and you got personal hygiene products. You know, like shampoo, soap. They show you that in that movie, The Book of Eli. You know, where you know, shampoo was a luxury. You know, and hey, you women out there, hey, you're gonna be stinking. You know, you're gonna be bloody and stinking.
Smelling like boo boo boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got one more precept. Well, I got one more precept that we Revelation 6.
I just pulled that.
You go ahead, brother.
Nah, you gotta read it.
God, this is Revelation 6 in verse 6. And it says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Okay, that's going into hyperinflation, man. Right now we in an inflated state now, soon to be hyperinflated, man. Okay, we just looked up how much a thing of bread costs in Germany in 1923, man. That was 47 bucks, man. Now you add in today's time, because back then 47 bucks, you know, that was a lot back then. In today's time, double that, man. That's how much bread is going to be. It's probably be 80-something bucks now, man. Probably 100. Okay? Can you imagine paying $200 for some fucking bread, man? The people they gonna fuck it, I'm stealing it, man.
They gonna lose their mind. They gonna like, fuck, I'm going all out, man.
They crashing out, man. Literally, people are already living on edge, man. Niggas gonna walk into the store and be like, man, I'm gonna get some bread. They see that price tag, man, they gonna lose their mind, man. Okay? A lot of you see these women, man, they in straights, man, crying in their car, man, making these little TikToks.
God,
hey, a lot of you single mothers, you got children. Hey, a lot of your children gonna die.
Kids, man.
That too.
You know?
So yeah, God.
Look, Ray looking kind of scrumptious.
Gonna chop little Ray up and put that nigga on the grill.
Yeah. Make some oxtail soup out of that nigga, man.
And a lot of you women out there, even when you women with brothers, you probably not gonna make it either.
Hell no.
Because you still don't want to let go of the fashion of this world. Because women are all about the world and what it has to offer.
God. That's why Yahushua said, remember Lot's wife.
Yeah.
You know? When you look back, you gonna get destroyed with this place, man.
That's right. That's all I got, brothers.
God, yeah, that's it.
You want to read more? I can read more.
Come on.
You start there. fourth beast saying, come and see, and I looked and behold a pale, because death is a spirit, you know, of like the spirit that you want the latest shoes. There's nothing wrong with wearing, you know, having nice things or whatever. But that's all you niggas are about. Like, yeah, look at my car, look at my shoes, look at what type of chick that I'm dealing with. And look how much money I got. That's all. That shit is all vanity, man. Okay.
They live their life around vanity, man.
Yeah, and you women, you Israelite women, you the most vainest creatures that ever existed. I mean, everything about you is superficial and pseudo and fake. You know, like from your hair. You gonna say something?
No, but one real nigga.
Right. But yeah, I mean, even a real nigga is fake. You know, like nigga, you don't talk like that for real. You know, you can talk regular. You know.
These real niggas be DLs, man.
Real down low.
Man.
Brother got to close his statements.
Alright, that's it.
So, Khan, that basically sums it all up, man. A famine will be coming to Babylon, man, and it's coming to a city near you, man. So we strongly suggest, you know, seeking Yahweh Shneim Shai, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, way of your father's side. Repent, seek after the Lord, okay? And hey, the Lord will have mercy on you if you do those things. So we're gonna end it there. We're gonna give all praises to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kakodash.
Till next time, we say Shalom.
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 Abba,
Shalom.
Abba.
Shalom.